What's up, YouTubers? I got a big smile on my face because you know what? It is the best time of the year. It is October. Justin, bucks are hitting the ground already. I'm feeling good about it. We want to hear what kind of opening day, opening week success that you're having.
Yeah, so guys, comment below. Let us know how your opening week has been. Hopefully it's been as good as Matt Miller's as we are about to see. Guys, we appreciate you watching. Make sure you share the video, like it, and comment below.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Bowhunt or Die. You know what? I'm pumped, man. I mean, Justin, I know I feel like this every year at this time of the year, but I mean, it is October. Yes, I guess it could always be November, but I don't want to wish away sweet October. I love October.
I've killed a lot of my bucks in October, so I am happy that it is finally here. Guys, this week we have an awesome opening day hunt from Illinois. This hunt was just filmed last Sunday, was October 1st, opening day.
And what was the deal, Justin? The deal was?
The deal was if any of our team members here in Illinois shot an opening day buck, that it was going to leapfrog Todd's elk hunt in terms of when it airs here on the show. So as you guys are about to see, Matt Miller had some awesome luck on opening day here in Illinois. So let's stop talking. Let's check out his hunt now.
All right, guys, we're all done at the property behind the house, so we're going to head over to that new lease that you saw earlier this year. We're going to replace all the batteries and the cameras. We're going to swap cards. We're going to seed some oats into those bean plots, and we'll probably start a few mock scrapes while I'm out there as well. So stay tuned, and we'll give you some more updates from the field. All right, guys, we're going to get a mock scrape in here. We're on actually that first food plot that you guys have seen a couple of updates on earlier this year. Since the last time you guys saw this thing, we actually had quite a bit of rain and flooding here in northern Illinois. So I actually ended up having to reseed this thing 3 separate times this year. Most recently, seeded it with Heartland's top seed trophy clover and half of it, and then the other half of it I seeded with some radishes. So we're gonna get them fertilized today as soon as I get done putting this mock scrape in. But you know, I also have a pretty good sized bald patch left in this thing from the flooding, so we're gonna put some oats on top of that and just broadcast them and see if they'll grow and fill in some of the plot for us. So, you know, stay tuned. With any luck, you know, hopefully we'll have some pictures from this plot. Last time I was here, I actually lost one of my cameras to the flood. So hopefully what we pull today will have some decent deer on this new growth in here. So stay tuned. All right, guys, so I'm sitting out here in a tree. Just got done trimming this stand out. I'm sitting in a spot that I call the pinch plot, and the reason I call it that, it connects the 2 biggest blocks of timber for quite a ways out here. And what gets me really fired up about this spot is my number 1 and my number 2 hit list deer have been through here during daylight quite a bit. I've got a ton of pictures of them in here. I actually got a video on that new DS4K camera from Stealth Cam just a few weeks ago of both of them walking through at the same time. And you know, this just started as a little corn and beans plot mixed, and then I ended up doubling it in size a week or 2 later. The other half is in beans, and today I actually just top dressed that section in oats as well, just because the deer are pounding it pretty good, and I want to make sure that there's food when season gets here. So let's talk about those 2 deer. You know, Comanche is a giant horse of a deer. He's probably the biggest bodied deer that I've ever had an opportunity to hunt. I'm guessing he's at least 5.5 years old. He's probably in the low 150s. He is a day walker. I have got pictures of him going the whole way back to April, broad daylight, all hours of the day, walking around, and this is one of the spots he frequents the most. The number 2 deer on the farm is a deer that I'm calling Nacho Libre, and he is probably a little bit bigger inches wise than Comanche, but I don't think he's quite as old. And don't get me wrong, I'd be thrilled to kill either one of these 2 deer, but Nacho Libre is definitely number 2 in the list. They love this spot. For some reason, they walk through this connecting point in the timber all the time. I've got a ton of pictures of them here, so with any luck, maybe we'll be able to see or put an arrow in one of those deer right in this spot in a few weeks. Stay tuned. Hey guys, Matt Miller here in Northern Illinois. I'm super pumped. It's finally here, opening day of 2017. Feels like I've been waiting forever. I just pulled in on this new lease that you guys saw earlier this year in a previous episode. I'm going to be trying to target one of 2 bucks tonight. I've got 2 really good ones out here. The first one I'm calling Comanche, and the second one I'm calling Nacho Libre. And we've got about a 10-mile-an-hour southeast wind. I've got a perfect spot for these 2 bucks based on where they're bedding for this wind. And you know, it's a little warmer than I'd like. It's about 70 degrees, but I'm here nice and early, so I don't have to get all sweated up on the way in. So stay tuned, sit tight, and we'll give you guys some more updates once I get in the tree. Alright guys, so I'm all settled in here. I gotta be really quiet. If these bucks are in here, they're bedded within 100 yards of me right now, so I snuck in here as quiet as I could. We've got some good wind cover to cover up any noise that I did make, but I've got a lot of pictures of my 2 hit list bucks, Nacho Libre and Comanche, sneaking in and out of this little patch of timber as recently as 2 weeks ago. And so we'll see what happens. I don't know for sure if they're in here tonight, but I'm gonna get settled in and hunker down. So with any luck, maybe we'll get something to happen on camera tonight. Stay tuned. Well, guys, I'm not real proud of that shot. I really thought I was right on him. That was our number 2, Nacho. He's a big deer, and he came in from completely downwind, surprised me, and I didn't realize he was there until he was about 15 yards out. Be honest with you, I'm not sure what happened there. I thought I was right on him, and as you saw, it was definitely not an ideal shot situation, so we are going to sneak out of here just as quiet as we can, and it's going to be a very long, sleepless night, and we'll be back here in the morning, and we'll see if we can put the pieces of the puzzle together, and hopefully we can find this deer. So stay tuned, guys.
We pledge allegiance to the hunt, to the passion that can only be fed by the endless thrill of the chase. For we are mud-covered souls, bound by no boundaries, and united by the ground upon which we tread. So with rubber on foot, we stalk, we seek, we hunt, rightfully claiming this land in the name of the hunt. Lacrosse boots, done right since 1897.
Hey guys, morning after. Thanks to Todd, he came out this morning. We're gonna come look for this deer. You know, they always say, when in doubt, back out. That's exactly what I did last night. So, backed out, took the long way, used the wind to my advantage, so there's no way this deer knew where I was or what happened. We're gonna come in here and take a look for him, and hopefully we're gonna find him at the end of a short trail, so stay tuned. All right, guys, we only went about 70 yards and he's laying right here. He ran right into the thick stuff. I heard crash last night, but I thought it was him running. I guess it wasn't. I'm looking at him right now. So we're gonna go take a look at him. He's right around the corner. We haven't walked up on him yet, but stay tuned and we'll show him to you up close and personal.
Beast.
All right, guys, here he is. I can't believe it happened again. Second time in 4 years. This is my number 2 hit list buck. We called him Nacho Libre. I've got literally hundreds of pictures of this deer since starting back to like April or May. I've got you know, DS4K videos on those new stealth cams. I've been watching him all summer, and to be able to connect the dots and make it happen on opening day it's pretty special. It doesn't always work out that way, but I'm super pumped. So stay tuned, guys. I got another tag for here in Illinois. I've got another beautiful hit list buck I'm calling Comanche on this property, and Justin and I are headed to Kansas in just a few weeks. So with any luck, we'll be able to make lightning strike twice. Bow hunt or die.
You know, Justin, I didn't get one of the first phone calls from Matt. Of course, maybe you were one of the first guys to get the call. But
I got a text message. Actually.
Well, when I finally got a hold of Matt, I mean, I could just tell that sinking feeling when I was talking on the phone, like, ooh, this is going to be one of those bad nights. We've all been there. You bow hunt long enough, you're going to have one of these nights. And you know what? You would think that it's going to be one of these nights where it's like, yes, I'm going to get my buck in the morning. But that uncertainty is a bad feeling.
Yeah, but I mean, guys, we talk about it all the time. If you're uncertain of the shot that you made, just back out. You know, in this particular case, Matt actually made a pretty good shot. When he got that deer home and skinned it out to take it to the taxidermist, turns out that arrow went all the way up through it, 100%. Took out liver, both lungs, and actually kind of almost came out in his armpit right here. And the deer didn't, as we saw, he went 60, 70 yards. I mean, you guys didn't even really track it. You kind of just looked and
there wasn't very much tracking
there
you
he was
do
there.
at all. I mean, it was literally, the deer was right there, and I mean...
But you just never know. You know, when you see that hit a little bit further back than you wanted, he did the right thing. He let it lay. You always stand the chance that coyotes are going to get to it or something's going to happen. It's just part of the risk that we take as bow hunters. But fortunately for Matt, made a much better shot than he thought. The double cross did its job. You know, that deer really didn't go 60, 70 yards. And Matt's got what I think is the biggest deer of his life, 165-inch deer, biggest buck he's ever shot on opening day.
This is a great deer.
That's pretty amazing.
I mean, it is. I mean, and it's just so fun. I mean, when I was talking to him that night, I was planning on hunting the next morning. I was like, you know what? I've been there before. I could hear in his voice. I'm like, Matt, listen, I'll get up early. I'll drive home. I'll meet you out there. I'm glad I did. I'm glad that, you know, it didn't turn out. And again, guys, we just can't tell you enough. When in doubt, back out. I mean, that whole story could have changed so quickly. Speaking of stories, Justin, I'm not sure if you heard this one yet or not.
Boy.
I'm going to give somebody a hard time in the
man.
show, and I'm going to hear about it at some point. But our brand ambassador, Dwayne Jones, did you hear the story yet?
I did not.
Oh, man.
The first time I'm hearing it.
Dwayne shoots a deer, and I mean, he is a brand ambassador, has been a part of watching all of our shows for how many years? 7 years, 8 years?
Probably, yeah.
For a long time. I'm talking to Dwayne the other night, and he shoots a nice buck, okay? He's got 2 big bucks coming in. One he calls Bully because it keeps bullying the real big one that he wants to shoot, right?
Sure.
So Bully comes in, he shoots the deer. He waits 20 minutes. Guys, don't do this. We say this I don't know, we got to like record this and say it over and over. Do not get out of your tree within 15, 20 minutes and start looking for blood. It's a bad idea. And if you're going to do that, at least make sure you have your bow in your hand. So he gets down, and guess what? The deer, he jumps it. It's still alive, and if he had his bow, he could have gotten another arrow.
Who tracks deer without bringing their bow with them?
Listen,
I don't get it.
We love Dwayne. I've made plenty of mistakes bow hunting. One time I ran out of arrows and had to go back to the car. So I'm making fun of my own self right now. So, guys,
Bring your bow.
Bring your bow. When in doubt, back out. We got a long
Yes.
season ahead of us, and there's no reason to lose a whitetail over just not listening to what we're telling you to do.
Guys, there's been times when even we see a deer fall in sight, and we still wait, right? I mean, you don't have to get down and go running over there. I know we all want to do it. We're excited, but honestly, you're better off to just give that animal some time, because there have been plenty of cases where the deer falls and somebody thinks it's dead and they walk up to it and it goes running away. So just practice a little bit of self-restraint.
I think that was the rightful one.
And some patience. Yeah.
And he ran away. It was gone. I mean, I walked up to him and
he jumped up and ran away.
It was gone.
So, guys, there you go. Congratulations again to Matt on an awesome deer. So, guys, next up, we're going to check in with my opening morning hunt, and then we're also going to get a visit from Kent Petty down in Missouri. So let's take a look at those segments now.
Well, happy opening morning, everybody. October 1st is officially here. My first sit of the year. Setting up on a Heartland Wildlife Clover Chicory plot. It's tucked right into a bedding area, kind of between 2 acorn, flats, 2 oak flats. So, hoping to see something on its feet this morning. We got a nice cool morning. It was like 48, so Tommy's hunting not too far away from me. He's set up on our other food plot. We got a southeast wind, which is kind of odd, but it works for these 2 stands, so we'll see what happens. 2 different bucks I'm after on this particular farm. Both, I believe, 4-year-olds. The first deer is a buck we named Tommy Boy last year. It's kind of just a scrubby 8-pointer. I don't think he added more than 2 or 3 inches from 3 to 4 years old. He's probably about a 125-inch deer, but we know he's a 4-year-old, and I love to shoot him. I think he's a bully. I think he pushes a lot of the other bucks around. And then the main target is a deer we call Jimmy Dean. He's a big, slick 10-pointer. Tommy picked up one of his sheds last year, had a big split on his G2 that he lost this year. Now he's just a clean 10, but we figure he'll probably go in the 160s. Beautiful deer, great, just big, symmetrical 10-point. We got a lot of photos, a lot of video of them. Hopefully this is the year. So we're just after legal shooting light, set up on this Heartland Wildlife Clover Chicory plot that you guys saw us plant during the summertime. So hopefully we see some deer today, so stick with me. Bow hunt or die, baby.
those does need to thank Tommy for them being alive right now. There's not a lot of deer in general on this farm. So Tommy told me I'm not allowed to shoot does. We want to keep them around for live bait during the rut. And I reluctantly agreed. I wish I hadn't, because I'd have some meat to eat right now for lunch today. I had those deer at 20 yards or less for probably 20 minutes. But it is what it is. I'm a man of my word. I told Tommy I wouldn't shoot a doe, so. Well, guys, it is the morning of September 27th. Finally got a little bit of a cool front moving in. I think the high's only supposed to be in the upper 60s today, so we're excited about that. But this morning, I'm hunting over a plot that Colton and I just tilled up a few days ago. And we're in desperate need of some rain, so I'm pretty well hunting a dirt field. But I know there's a bunch of turkeys on this farm too. And in Missouri, when you buy your archery tags, you get 2 archery turkey tags as well. So maybe, hopefully these turkey have found this field. Maybe I can get a crack at a bird. But it's just now starting to get light. And I've already seen about 4 or 5 deer about 100 yards off in the hay field. But I think they're just coming back from the big ag fields that are starting to get harvested here. So, heading back to the timber. But hopefully one will maybe sneak through our dirt plot here. But I don't know, we're going to stick it out, enjoying this weather, so bow hunt or die. Yes. I knew them turkeys had to be in here with this freshly tilled plot. There were five longbeards in there. I think they're all 2.5-year-olds, but that was awesome. They come in perfect. I think I made a pretty good shot.
Spitfires, baby. Black Eagle arrows. Hellfire fletchings. Turkey didn't stand a chance. Alright guys, September 27th, here in central Missouri. Nice bird on the ground. Deer were not cooperating today, but as you can see, we need the rains. Our food plot isn't even growing yet, but these longbeards sure do love it, so took the opportunity, harvested this nice bird.
Darn it! I wish I didn't watch this because Tommy didn't tell me I couldn't shoot a doe over there. Now that I've seen this, now I can't.
Yeah, so
now
Todd is hunting on this property with
stinks.
us. I guess Tommy didn't pass along the information that we're not shooting does to you, but apparently we're not shooting does. That's what Tommy said.
I wish I wouldn't have seen this because now I was gonna go there tonight, and now I'm like, oh, what?
Well, let's go.
That's no fun.
There's bucks for us to shoot over there, but you know, I had a good opening morning. It's just nice to see deer, you know, be able to film them, get out and do that. I wish I could have shot one of them, but there's plenty of season left. There's plenty of other places that I can go shoot a doe. I don't absolutely need the meat. I still got some left. So
Dude,
I'm
come
good.
on, we got elk too. I mean, it's
Oh
not-
yeah, Todd brought a bunch of elk meat for us too.
You know, the thing about these first couple hunts, guys, is just getting the rust off. I mean, this morning, I mean, if there could have been somebody just filming me with night vision, I mean, I made more mistakes on my first morning hunt. Sure. I mean, it's just like, seriously. I mean, it just takes time in order to get that stuff worked out.
Yeah,
so.
definitely. So, you know, that afternoon, as I mentioned earlier, Todd, I took my little guy, Joey, out with me for his first sit.
That's right.
Unfortunately, we didn't see any deer, but man, he had a blast. If any of you have hunted with little kids in a ground blind, you know it can be interesting.
Bring food.
They don't stop moving. They don't be quiet. They're constantly eating and doing other things. So I think actually shooting a deer with him in the blind is going to be next to impossible, but we're going to give it a go, I think, one more time this weekend. And then Kent, we've got down there in Missouri. You know, as he explained, they just tilled that plot up. It hadn't started growing yet. Turkeys are in there. Makes a perfect shot on a longbeard. So, hey, you're not going to pass that up when a big longbeard's standing right in front of you. Todd, next up, what do we got? Hit list bucks. Final week for hit list bucks.
This is it. Final week. We talked about giving away a free stealth cam to whoever submitted the best trail cam photos. A lot of things that went into picking this particular photo. First we're going to pick this week's winner, and then the 3 best photos for the last 3 weeks we are going to be posting on all of our social media outlets and our website, and you're going to have to go to the website to vote. This way, no one can say that me and Justin are playing favorites. You're going to vote on the poll on our website. So let's get to it right now.
Let's take a look at this week's entries.
Dusty Bussy.
Aaron McMahon.
Quinn Crawford.
Keith Groves.
Matt Vaughn.
And Tyler Weltzen.
Hey guys, those are some great trail camera photos. Justin, those are some respectable deer in there.
Yes.
I would shoot a lot of these deer.
I'd shoot every one of those bucks, and once those piebalds get older, maybe I'd shoot them. I don't think I'd shoot them.
Leave them alone, they're fine. All right, guys, we have actually a phone call that came in right before we filmed this segment.
Yep.
And Ben Smith over at GSM has told us with Stealth Cam that they wanted to sweeten this. Now, we originally said the last 3 weeks, send in your photos. We've gotten hundreds and hundreds of photos. We've narrowed it down to these 3 winners. We haven't announced the 3 winners yet now. The key is you're going to have to go to our website, bowhunting.com, to vote on first, second, and third. We've sweetened the pot. First place will be getting the all-new 4K Stealth Cam. And I'm going to tell you what, you want to get some killer videos, this camera can make it happen. Yep. Second place will also be getting a Stealth Cam. Third place, you're going to be out of luck.
Maybe we'll send you a bowhunting.com hat for third place.
Fair
I mean, they did win one of the weeks.
All right, you got a deal.
So this week's winner, guys, is Matt Vaughn, who had just an awesome picture of a great buck, hard-horned, daylight, right in front of the camera.
Looking right at you.
Yeah, that's about as good of a trail camera as you're going to get right there. So our 3 winners, guys, are going to be Matt Vaughn. We've got Stephen Conan, I believe, and Derek Dinovich. Sorry if I butchered your name, but those are our 3 weekly winners. So now you guys need to go to bowhunting.com. Right on the homepage, there's going to be a thing to vote for the trail camera winner. You go into that post, leave your vote. 1 week from now, before Friday's show airs, or really before Thursday when we film these interviews, we will tally up all the votes. We will pick the winner, and we'll let you know on next week's show.
Excellent. There you have it, guys. The season is in full force. We hope that you are getting out there and enjoying the best time of the year. With that being said, bow hunt or die.
For more exciting action, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram and receive live updates from our team members as well as the latest happenings in the bow hunting and archery world. Be sure to share your photos, stories, and experiences as well. And don't forget to pick up your official bowhunting.com and bow hunt or die gear by visiting bowhunting.com/gear. We have a full selection of hats, shirts, decals, wristbands, and much more.
What are we going to do tonight?
Shoot a deer.
What kind of deer?
A daddy deer.
A big daddy deer, hopefully. What do you say?
Bowhunter die, dude.
Bowhunter dad, dude.
Why can't we shoot an arrow and miss a deer and then have it land in a pot of gold?
I mean, I'll just start flying arrow and see what happens.
I did that in Wyoming. I didn't find nothing.